Hey guys, Still Split here, welcome to another video. Today, we're doing something a little different. Every time I crash in Asseto Corsa, my car is going to get a little quicker. We're going to be driving on the Mount Acuna downhill course from
Initial D,
which I'm sure a lot of you watching this video have heard of. It's going to be loads of fun, let's not waste any time and get right into it. Alright, so the first quote-unquote car I have is this bus that I found in my mods list. I don't even remember downloading this, but let's give it a try. This thing is horribly slow. I'm barely at 30 miles an hour right now in third gear, and you can see the RPMs are just not up whatsoever. So I have no idea how this thing's gonna corner, but coming up to the first hairpin, so let's give it a try and see how it does. Slow down. I don't know how I made it around that without crashing, but needless to say, this thing is not very good, so I don't want to be in it any longer, so let's just get rid of it. Simple as that. Yeah, let's move on to the next car. Alright, up next we have the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. This thing is an actual car and it's actually super quick around here. It's all-wheel drive, so plenty of grip to go around. This thing is super fun, so let's just see what we can do with it. See how quick we can go. Alright, here we are on the back straight, so I have a chance to talk. This is the faster part of the track, and it's one of my favorite parts. So, go through here. I completely messed up that shift, but it's okay. So, coming up pretty soon, we have the 5 consecutive hairpins. You guys also probably remember that from the anime. Yank the handbrake. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. But yeah, we have the 5 hairpins coming up. Yep, here we are. I think we're coming up to it. Tank the handbrake again. Got that one a little short. And again, there's a second turn. Going a little wide. Okay, that wasn't too bad, so I'm not going to count that as a crash. Here comes the third hairpin. Okay. Fourth hairpin. I love this car so much. It's so easy to just fling around like that. Definitely one of my favorite modded cars. Here we come up to the last one. And I just completely I money shift. Yep. I completely money shifted it. Well, considering we can't drive any further, I'm going to count that as a crash. So yeah, let's move on to the next car. Alright, here we are in our first fast car, and I think it's a Hyundai WRC car, and already off the bat you can tell this thing is way quicker. So let's make our way down the first straight into the first corner. The brakes are way better. This thing has actual aero, so we can corner a little easier without having to upset the back end. But obviously drifting is fun, so we're still gonna do that. But you can tell right off the bat this thing is way quicker. Let's see if we can get nice little drift. Yep, that wasn't too bad. But yeah, this thing is rapid. Alright, we're coming up to one of the harder corners. This thing can be super deceiving. So we take it with too much speed, which luckily we didn't. You can run it right into that barrier. And then that leads us into this twisty section. This area is super fun, but if you're not careful, you're going to hit the barrier on the right side or the mount on the left side. But luckily with this car, it's not an issue, because this thing just stays flat to the ground. We have a ton of acceleration. The top end isn't too great, but there's only, I think, 2 or 3 straights on this course anyways. So we can get a good drift. That was That wasn't too bad. I'll take it. And that leads us on to the back straight. So we're coming up to the 5 consecutive hairpins now. Let's see what we can do through here. First corner. That was pretty clean, not too bad at all. Second corner, yanked the handbrake. It was a little delayed, but that wasn't too bad. Third corner, come on. Not bad at all. Got a little close to the barrier. Last corner. Okay, that one is pretty good. So we survived the hairpins. All right, we're a little further in now. We're on the last couple corners before the end of the course, so we've already made it much further than in the Evo. Let's make our way around this very long right-hander into the last couple hairpins of the course. There was really no need to do that, but it's fun, so we will. And then here we go into the last corner. Come on. We crashed it. We crashed it on the last corner. I guess let's move on to the next one. The next 2 cars are going to be insane, so let's get right into it. Alright, we are in the Ferrari 488 GT3. This is our first actual race car. I don't know if it's going to do better than the WRC car, because the WRC car is kind of meant for this thing. But let's give it a try. Coming into the first corner. Already you can tell we can take it with a lot more speed. This thing has a lot of aero and a lot of actual downforce, but not as much downforce as the next car. But let's see what we can do. Alright, here we are going through the last couple hairpins. I jumped ahead a little bit because I forgot to talk. But we're coming around to the last of the 5 hairpins. And this is where this car is kind of bad. It doesn't really have that power to get the back end to slide out, so we can't drift the corner. But I mean, the acceleration out of the corner is insane, so it's not too big of an issue. So I believe we have another straight coming up here pretty soon. Maybe a couple more hairpins. Yeah, you can see this thing is pretty darn slow through those. But here we are on the back straight. You can look at the top left and see us reaching almost 130 miles per hour. And that was only in 4th gear, which the WRC car maxes that out in last gear, so this thing is a little bit faster on the straights. Let's keep making our way through. Last hairpin here. So we crashed last time, but we made it through. And we actually finished in this one. Okay. I guess I'm not too mad about that. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, here we are in the McLaren MP4, one of the most successful McLaren F1 cars ever. This thing is going to be blisteringly fast. So let's see if we can even handle the speed. And just look at that. We're already at 160. Going into the first corner. This thing is insane. Alright, we are making our way through the hairpins again. This thing kind of has the same issue as the Ferrari, but we can corner about 20 miles an hour quicker because of all the downforce. So I mean, this thing is just insane. This thing is so fast. It honestly does pretty well around here, which just clipped our tire for a minute there, but that's okay. But this thing is just absolutely rapid. Alright, we're coming up to the last straight before the course ends. This thing is super fun to take around here. I might just do a whole video only on this car around different toge courses. Like, look at that blistering speed. And we can make our way through these fast corners way quicker. Coming around the last couple. Oh.